Hey guys, Sarah from Aaron's Outdoor, and today's video is a compilation of all the fishing I've done at probably the coolest and most scenic river I've ever fished, which is the Santa Fe River in North Florida. It's very unique in that it's got a lot of crystal clear springs that flow into it all along the river, and it's just got all sorts of fish down there. It's got some really cool wildlife, and the river's just like teeming with life. There's so many fish in it. So today's video is all the fishing I've done there. I think you'll enjoy it. And if you do, you might want to consider subscribing to my channel because the fishing in this video is similar to, the fishing I like to do on the rest of my channel. But anyway, let's get into the video. Hey guys, it's Aaron from Aaron's Outdoor, and today I am in a very different environment than I typically am in my videos. Instead of being in North Georgia like I am in most of my videos, today I'm in North Florida, which looks totally different. I mean, it's like a totally different landscape. Really flat, the trees look totally different, and obviously it's just not quite like North Georgia. But today I'm at the Santa Fe River at Jenny Springs, and I'm camping here for 2 nights. And John from Creek Fishing Adventures is going to be here in a couple hours, and he's going to be here too. We're going to do a river float tomorrow, and today I think, since he's not here yet, I think I'm just going to like paddle upstream a little and work my way back down and fish a little bit and hopefully catch some fish. One of the main fish, definitely the main fish I want to catch here today is the Swanny bass. I've never caught one. They're a species of black bass that looks kind of like a smallmouth. And they don't get that big. Like the world record or like the state record is like 3 pounds, 14 ounces. So almost a 4-pounder. That's still like a pretty decent sized fish. But when I was looking at the boat ramp earlier, like there's just so many fish that you can see. The water is crystal clear because of all these like springs here in North Florida. But I saw like a 4-pound largemouth go by. So they're probably pretty finicky in this water. I mean, some of them just because it's so like crazy clear. But hopefully we can still get some fish to bite. I would love to catch a Swanny bass today. And they're native to this river, and there's a ton of them in here, so I think we definitely have a really good chance of doing that. But anyway, that's enough talking. Let's get in the kayak and go fishing. All right, I don't even know if I've made a cast yet, but I just saw this little spring on the side of the river, and I think there's just a bunch of these, but it is so cool. The water is crystal clear. I'm gonna put my sunglasses over the camera. You can just see everything, and there's the spring right there. It gets like super deep and rocky. It's amazing. And it's kind of just like a little creek that, the spring feeds out of into the river. But I haven't seen like a single fish in the actual spring, but it just looks so cool. I had to like come and check it out. Well, right after I said that, I found a couple fish. There's a little largemouth. It's not a Swanny bass, but there's a few fish back here. Oh my gosh, right there, dude, no way. No way. We got one on the Whopper Flopper, or the Berkeley Chopo. Dude, you nailed it. Okay, the Chopo might be the way to go. That was my first cast with a Chopo. And those largemouth that were like super finicky when they were looking at my craw, they hit this immediately. All right, I might have to do some topwater today. So it's not a Swanny bass, it's just a little tiny largemouth, but that was a really cool hit, and he hit it like immediately. I mean, that was my first cast with that Chopo. All right, I'm gonna do an underwater release of this little fish because the water is so clear. I can't not do an underwater release, but I think I'm gonna have to stick with that Chopo later. Ooh, there's a fish. That was not long after my last one. It's a little bass. Ooh, that's a little bass. It's definitely bigger. I don't know, it's not even that little. It's a Swanny bass. Yo, it's a... Dude, that was a good Swanny bass. That's painful. I saw he only had the back hook. Man, that was a really good looking Swanny bass. Because they don't get that big. Like, that might have been 13, 14 inches. Which would have been a really good one. But I think I'm definitely onto something with this topwater. Oh, you hit it right there. I'm just trying to get a reaction strike out of these fish because in clear water, a lure has to be like really realistic sometimes. This lure, they don't really have to look at it, they just react to it. Got one. There's a little fish. I don't know what it is. It's probably a bass, I would assume. Yeah, it's a little bass. Be a Swanny bass, please. Oh,
It's a largemouth, man. I thought it was a Swanny bass based off his coloring. Okay, so this is a little largemouth and it's super dark, so that kind of makes me wonder if the one I had earlier was a Swanny bass or not. But the one earlier seemed like a Swanny bass. I don't know if it was for sure, but now I am floating back downstream, so I paddled a good ways upstream. And you know, most of the time I was paddling upstream, I was just paddling, not fishing. But now I'm gonna fish for a while, float down like for about 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna meet up with John. We're actually gonna do a little float tonight. So I think the topwater bite is definitely where it's at today. And there is our second fish of the day, a little largemouth. And we'll let him go. Whoa. Oh, one got it. One barely got this. Like, it wasn't even like in the water really. Or didn't come out of the water. Oh! I think that was a largemouth, but it was like 1.5 pounds. It was way better than the other two I caught. I hope the camera got that. Oh, that's painful. I've missed the best 2 fish of the day. They both come off at about the same distance from the boat. Man, well, hopefully we'll still be getting them. The bite seems to be pretty good. There's a fish. Okay, my drag is real loose. I don't know what it is. I think it's a bass. I'm assuming it's a bass. Shoot my net out. I might just swing him up here. It's a bass. Okay, it's a largemouth. It's kind of dangerous. It's just hard to get my net out sometimes. All right, this one's a little bigger. It's gotten a little bigger each time. I mean, I did have that one pretty good one hooked on that jumped out of the water and came off, but that guy's about 1 pound, probably a, I don't know, 14-inch largemouth. I'll take it. They're just so dark here. It's cool. A lot different than the ones I catch up in North Georgia. All right, and I'm gonna hurry up and release this guy because I'm coming up to the spot where I think I missed a Swanny bass earlier. There we go, got a fish. I think this is where I missed the Swanny bass. Oh man, dude. Okay, I don't know what's going on today. Honestly, I thought my rod was too stiff, but my drag might just be so loose that I don't get the hooks into them enough. So I still think I need to switch rods because I usually use my other rod, but man, I've had too many fish come off today. Once I meet John, I'll probably like switch up rods and hopefully have a better hookup ratio with these fish. All right, well, John just picked me up. I'm in the back of his truck, my kayak here, and we're going upriver. We've got about like 2 hours till dark, so I think the fish will definitely be hitting the choppos still. If they're hitting it like in the middle of the day, I think they'll definitely hit it before dark. So that's what I'm gonna be using. I put my other 2 rods back in my truck. I only have that 1 rod with the chopo now, and hopefully it'll keep moving. Oh, got one. Oh. Oh yes, my first Swanny bass. There we go, that was fast. All right, y'all, there's my first ever Swanny bass. It's not a big one, probably like, I don't know, 10 inches, but I'll take it. That's pretty cool. And I mean, John and I are like 5 minutes in since we already, since we started back up here, so I'll definitely take that fish. All right, got some pictures of this guy, and man, he looks cool. Kind of like a smallmouth, but a little bit darker with kind of some vertical bars that are a little bit different, but that's a cool fish. I'm happy to catch my first Swanny bass there. Oh my, whoa. I don't know if this is a bass. Oh my gosh, he's really pulling drag. I don't know if it's a bass. It might be a bowfin. I saw a bowfin. It's a pretty big, whatever it is. Whoa. Can't tell. Man, he's pulling. I might need net help if, oh. Oh my gosh, it's a bass. Oh my gosh, it's huge. John, can you get over here? Okay. My heart's pumping, it's really big. It's really big. Yes, it might be my PB. Yes, like I think so. Try to come fast. Heart's racing. I saw him. I was like, oh, he's still on there.
I finally caught one.
I'm scared. Oh,
I don't know.
it's really big.
I haven't really got it figured out yet. So.
It's really big. Oh gosh.
Yeah. Awesome. Oh yeah.
Can you get him?
Yeah. Take your time.
Oh, thank you, John.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
I think it's big.
I don't know if it's my PB, but it's big.
I think it's heavy.
Really?
It is a fat bass.
Wow.
Right,
I don't know if I would have landed that if I.
just got a good one. Another on the top water.
Yeah. I thought it was like the way you hit it and the drag just.
Yeah.
I was like, this is a bass. It's a big.
Go over here. This current is crazy.
Well, all right, y'all. This was a surprise. I thought he had a bowfin on because as soon as this guy hit it, I mean, he was just pulling drag, and as soon as I saw him, like, my heart is still racing really fast, but I don't know, my heart was racing like crazy when I saw how big it was, and I saw that it was a largemouth. So this is the type of fish that, you know, John was saying that it would make a trip, and I'm definitely like really happy about this catch. I think this is definitely either the biggest bass of the year for me or the second biggest. So I think it could be around 5.5. He's a fat fish.
I'm guessing 5 pounds and 4 ounces.
I guess now I have to guess. I'll guess 5'7".
You like to guess. All right, we'll see.
All right, I guess 5'7". John guessed 5'2", or 5'4". You guessed 5'4"?
Yeah.
Guess what? Guess how much he is?
5'4".
Yep. Oh well, I guess he's 5'2" with a fish gripper.
Yeah, 2 ounces on this.
So 5-pounder though, that is very exciting. Definitely makes the trip. He just got such huge gills on him.
Turn his belly towards me. Look at that gills on the thing.
Yeah. It's an old fish. I don't know how old he would be, but it's a good one. Okay, I got a video today.
Yeah, I gotta catch something now.
5 fish and a really big one.
If I don't get a video, if I have to add tomorrow, it's fine. I got a lot more I'm gonna do. Oh.
She was ready. Oh, there's one. It's a little one. It's not too little, but it's not too big. Oh, it's a Swanny. Oh gosh, come on, net. Oh, it's a decent Swanny. It's probably like 13 inches. Well, there's the second Swanny bass of the day, and these things really are like footballs. Like the kind of like height of their body is like more than a typical like largemouth or smallmouth, but I don't know if he's 13, he might be like 12.5 inches, but that's definitely a pretty good little Swanny bass. Well, there's another cool little fish. Today's definitely gone well so far. I'm excited for the longer float tomorrow. Let this guy go. Oh, wow, one hit it right there. It's a little bass, tiny largemouth. I'll take it. Caught one that was over 5 pounds like 20 minutes ago. This one's tiny though. Yeah. All right, well the Chopo catches them big or small. It's a tiny little largemouth right there. Oh, got him right there. Got a little fish. Oh, it was a tiny bass. I don't know if that was a largemouth or a Swanny bass, but I saw one like chasing up bait. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, right there. I just got one. Oh, he's like a pound maybe. Not. I don't know what he is. Oh, it's a largemouth. All right. It's getting pretty dark, and John and I are nearing the boat ramp, but we still got a little ways to go, and this might be my second biggest largemouth of the day. He's about a pound. Well, yeah, this guy's pretty similar to, I think, the third fish we caught today. Not a terrible largemouth. I'll take it. And it's so fun watching him hit it on this Berkeley Chapo. Berkeley Chapo is definitely got to be one of my favorite lures. All right, y'all. Well, this is going to end out the video. I'm here at Jenny Springs, which is actually, I didn't catch a fish out of this spring. I caught a fish out of another spring. But there's John. He's already swimming out there. So I think I'm going to cool off by swimming with John here. But it's so cool. Like we can see fish at night swimming in this spring because it's so clear. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. John and I are going to be fishing that same river tomorrow and probably for like, I don't know, maybe twice as long as I fished it today. So hopefully we can catch a bunch more fish. But hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button down below and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. But I'll catch y'all on that next video. Thanks for watching.
I mean, there's gators in like South Georgia, so.
Oh, here we go.
Do it.
Ooh.
Now swim across the.
Oh, I took out my goggles. There's contact.
You can't see. I opened my eyes. I can't see. Dude, it's so clear though. If you had your goggles on, you'd be able to see.
Wow. Okay, I gotta stop my phone, but man.
I can't believe there's nobody here.
Well, it is kind of cold, but.
Yeah, but all the people that are here, it's a thing.
Yeah. Hey guys, it's Aaron from Aaron's Outdoor, and today it is day 2 here in Florida on the Santa Fe River, and I'm here with John from Creek Fishing Adventures. And yesterday I had a really good day of fishing at this river. We fished a small section, pretty much just like right in front of the Jenny Springs Park, and I caught a 5-pound 2-ounce largemouth, a couple Swanny bass, which were my first 2 Swanny bass ever. So that was a really good day. I really couldn't ask for much of a better day than that. So hopefully today's good too. And yesterday I caught everything on the Chapo. So today I literally have 2 rods with me, one with the Chapo and one with the bull shad. So I think I'm just going to stick to the Chapo, and I may or may not switch to the bull shad depending on how the day goes. But, you know, if I catch a bunch on the Chapo, I might want to try to upsize to the bull shad to catch some bigger fish. But hopefully we'll have another good day. I think we should based off the conditions. But anyway, make sure to stay tuned.
Swanny bass?
So here's my first Swanny bass since 2 years ago, I think.
Oh, got one. There we go. Oh! It wasn't that big, but it was probably 1.5 pounds. All right, that gives me confidence because John's already caught 2 little Swanny bass. I mean, he got one pretty good one, but I hadn't gotten many hits. That was a decent fish, man. I've had too many fish come off this trip. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. One hit it right at the boat. Oh man. Okay. I was worried at first that the Chapo wasn't working after John caught a couple before I really had any hits, but I think the Chapo is still going to be working. Oh, there's one. There's a fish. Don't come off. Oh, there's a tree. Oh my gosh, it's a Swanny bass. I think it's definitely 14. Dude, it's a good Swanny. Dude, look at that Swanny bass. His tail is kind of cut off. So, I don't know if he's 14 actually, because his tail is all messed up. But maybe that to the bottom part of the tail will be 14. I don't know for sure though. We'll have to see. All right, y'all, that is what I was looking for. I wanted to get a Florida big catch Swanny bass. They only have to be 14 inches, and I think I can get a little certificate now that I caught it. This guy was 14.5. His tail's a little weird, like the top of it was bitten off, but to the bottom of the tail it was 14.5 exactly, pretty much. So that should qualify, and hopefully I'll get my little certificate. All right, now I'll go ahead and release him. We're kind of right by a spring, so you can probably see it pretty well. There he goes. There's a fish. Oh, what is it? Swanny bass? Nope, it's the largemouth. Okay. There's some real slow water right there. I guess that's kind of more where a largemouth would be. These largemouth are crazy dark. And I hear something. Sounds like a bunch of bees. I don't really know what that is, but got a little largemouth. He's not too big, but I'll take him. I mean, I think this could end up being an incredible day of fishing, just based off how many hits I've already gotten. Already caught 2 fish. I mean, I'm like 30 minutes in, this could be could be a really good day, but I will take a little largemouth there. I'd rather catch a Swanny bass, but hey, a little fish is better than no fish, so I will let him go here. Oh, there's one. Dude, this is crazy. It's like a couple minutes later. If that. I think it's a largemouth again. Oh, another largemouth. So yeah, it definitely seems like largemouth like the slow water, Swanny bass like the faster water. It's another small fish. Well, it's another fish. I'll take it. Dude, that looks right where a fish would be, right on the edge of the current. I wanted to try to get a good cast there. I think it's a largemouth. It appears to be. Yep, it's a little largemouth. I mean, that is like a classic river spot for a bass to be. And slow water right next to the current. That way they can just kind of sit there, and if food comes down, they can go get it. And it's another small largemouth. I mean, pretty much all the largemouth I've caught have been pretty small, except for that one yesterday. If y'all didn't see my video that I made from yesterday, y'all definitely need to go see that. But I will take it. A little largemouth, probably a little less than a pound. I'll let him go. All right, I made it to a little spring, and I didn't really do too much underwater filming yesterday, so I think I'm gonna paddle up in here and put the camera underwater, and it should be pretty cool because you can see like everything underwater here because it's just so clear. Oh, I saw the wake of the fish. That was cool. Ooh, it's pretty good. Might be a Swanny. Can't tell. Paddle, stop. I think it's a Swanny, but I don't know. Oh, it's a largemouth. Ooh. Yeah, it's my best largemouth of the day. I had a couple catches like that yesterday where I saw the wake of the fish, like after I casted. I could tell it was going to it. Well, there is, I think, my 5th fish of the day. The choppa was kind of slowed down for a little while. Like, I haven't caught one in probably at least 30 minutes. John caught like 3 since I've caught my last one, but there we go. Finally got another one. He's, I don't know, a little bit over a pound, I'd say. Probably 14 or 15 inches. It's so cool how dark these fish are. It's just so different than North Georgia and Tennessee. Oh, he only had one eye. There's one. It's been a good 20 minutes since I caught one. A little. Oh, little Swanny. Probably the smallest one I've caught. I think it's a Swanny. Yeah, it's definitely a Swanny. He's peeing on me. I'd a lot rather catch a little Swanny than a largemouth, just because I've caught a bajillion largemouth in my life, not many Swannies, so it's a cool little fish. And the Swanny bass, they definitely have bigger eyes than like most black bass species, so I don't know, definitely a unique fish, and it's just always cool going to new places and catching a new species. These fish really do have cool patterns on them if you put them in the light. That's like a nice, cool little catch there. Oh, one bit it right there. It's a Swanny bass. He bit at my last cast barely, and I cast it back in there and he got it. Well, that was kind of a cool catch. Some people were watching me fishing and I caught one like right in front of them. But it's a little, I don't know, 11.5-inch Swanny bass. This guy was actually a 12-incher, so not a bad Swanny bass. I think my 3rd biggest one of the trip. That was so fun. That little kid like waved to me. Oh, yeah. I was waving back, and as I was waving back, a fish hit my lure. They all were like, whoa, you caught one. All right, well, we made it to another spring, and John and I just both took a bathroom break here, but this is one of the bigger ones. It's whichever spring is just upstream from Ginny Springs, which is like the biggest one, but this one's really deep and people are scuba diving here, so you might get a little bit of underwater footage here. Oh, come on. You got it. He hit it twice, dude. First time he just missed it. Okay, I think might be a Swanny bass. It's decent, whatever it is. I don't think it was this big, but it's really fighting. Come on, stay pinned. Oh. No, dude. That camera was going. Y'all probably saw that. That would have been another 14-incher. But I mean, I already got my one 14-incher, but I could have gotten 2 little awards. That would have been kind of cool. I just wanted to catch another good one too. That one probably was close to 2 pounds. He didn't seem like it at first, but it's been a while since I've caught a fish, so hopefully we'll be getting back on him. I had a few bites on that little stretch right there. No way, one got it when I paused it. No way. I think it's a Swanny bass, definitely a Swanny bass. It's a lot smaller than the last one I lost, but I'll take it. Just Swanny bass. Yeah, they're kind of rare. Like they're native to certain like certain rivers in North Florida and South Georgia. You're a really good fisherman. I was watching you cast. Oh, thanks. All right, well, this part of the river definitely seems like it has more Swanny bass, so hopefully we'll catch some more. Maybe I'll get another chance at a good Swanny bass. But that was pretty painful having that good one just come off right at the boat. Oh, come on. Had one bite right there. Oh my gosh, dude, they keep hitting it like so close to the boat. This river's been super slow so far. Now we're finally, there's some rapids, which I don't know, there could be some fish, like there's a little slow pool over there, but could be some fish near these rapids. Oh, that might be an island actually. It looks like the river splits, like it's a real small island. It's so interesting how this river flows, like it looks like I'm in big rapids, but they seem to be kind of slow. It's kind of cool. Uh-oh, there's a tree up there. Need to avoid that tree. Sheesh. Well, it has been a very rough past like hour and a half, 2 hours. I haven't caught a single fish in at least an hour and a half. We're a lot farther downstream, and now we're like downstream from all the springs, which have like 72-degree water. And I just haven't gotten a hit on the Chapo in over an hour, so I'm thinking the water temperature must be a lot colder down here. I'm almost to the end. I don't even know where John is. He's somewhere upriver. I don't think he's too far away, but I just can't believe like I haven't gotten a single hit on it in so long. I think the water has got to just be colder, and that must be the reason. But it literally got cloudy too. Like it's pretty cloudy instead of sunny, and typically when it gets cloudy, you know, topwater fishing is better. So I think the water temperature has got to be colder, or the section of the river is just not very good for bass. I don't know. Basically today, the fishing has gotten progressively worse. I caught like 4 fish in the first 30 minutes, and I've caught 4 fish since then. So I've caught 8 total. I've had besides the past hour and a half, I've just had constant action on the Chapo. Just like so many fish hitting it. A ton of them don't get hooked, and then I did have some that got hooked that got off. One of which was a really good Swanny bass. That still kind of hurts. I mean, it would have been a lot worse if I hadn't have caught the 14.5-inch one earlier. The one that came off, I think, was probably like close to 15 inches. I think I definitely got a good view of it because that camera was going. But I don't know. This is not the end of the video. If I don't catch another fish, which I don't know if I will, I'm gonna just show some more underwater footage from the springs, because I did do a good bit of filming underwater, and it just looks amazing. Like I probably already showed some, but the end of this video will probably just be some more underwater footage. Alright, well I just got off the water. Hope you all enjoyed that underwater footage, and I don't know how I got so far ahead of John, but for whatever reason I'm like super far ahead of him. I don't even see him. But if y'all are interested in fishing the Santa Fe River and, you know, coming down here to Florida, the trip that John and I did today was from Poe Springs State Park downstream to the Santa Fe Park, which is where I'm at right now, where Highway 47 crosses over the river. And overall, the first half of this was really good. Going from Poe Springs to Jenny Springs was like really good, caught a bunch of fish, had a lot of action. And then after Jenny Springs to like this park, the river got a lot wider, a little bit slower, and I don't know, I just had like no action. I'm gonna be really surprised if John caught a bunch, which maybe he did because he wasn't using Topwater. But also I think I'm gonna be posting some of my better catches on Fish Brain from this trip. And I'm probably gonna put like the catch positions like right where I caught them in the river if y'all are thinking about doing this trip and want to see that. So I think you do need Fish Brain Pro to see the catch positions, but I'll have a link for it down below if you want to use that link to get Fish Brain Pro to see exactly where I caught some of my fish, including that 5-pound largemouth that I caught in the last video. I think I'll definitely put that on there. And also, I mean, Fish Brain Pro has a bunch of other great features. It has like Navionics maps for like a bunch of big lakes and rivers. Like they have the whole Swanny River mapped out, or Santa Fe River mapped out, which I thought was really cool. It's kind of crazy. Like if you look on Fish Brain Pro at the depth chart of the Santa Fe River, it's like 2 to 5 feet for a while, and then all of a sudden like 20 feet because there's a spring in the middle of the river. But
if you had the right lure.
You know who apparently caught a ton of fish in this section? John. So I still think the water temperature must be colder, and that's why the chopper wasn't working. But yeah, John said he caught a bunch on the Rebel Craw from Jenny Springs to this Santa Fe Park. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button down below and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. But I'll catch y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, it's Aaron from Aaron's Outdoor, and today I'm here in North Florida with John from Creek Fishing Adventures. We both have our Crescent Kayaks Shoalies right here. John just got his. This will be his first trip in it. And last night we camped. It was actually really cold last night. It was like 34 degrees here in Florida. So hopefully the fish will still be biting. We're fishing the Santa Fe River, which is like a spring-fed river, and it comes out of the ground like 5 miles above here. So we think the water temperature should be pretty much the same. So the fish hopefully are not affected by that cold weather. But anyway, we're gonna get out here. You know, we fished here last winter, had a couple good days, and hopefully it'll be good again this winter. So stay tuned. Oh, fish, little bass, I think it's a Swanny bass. Oh, no, it's a little largemouth on the Chapo. We're about 15 minutes in or so. We haven't really had any action. I mean, I had one sunfish like just pecking out the Helgramite. So wait, it might be a Swanny bass. I think it's a Swanny bass. Yeah, it's super dark. I'm pretty sure it's a Swanny bass. It might be a largemouth. It's hard to tell. It's either a really dark largemouth. I think it's a really dark largemouth. Anyway, there we go. Got the skunk out of the boat. Probably a little like 12-inch largemouth, but I'll take it. That's pretty exciting. They're still hitting topwater, even though it was like 30 degrees this morning. This river's spring fed, so it should stay pretty much the same temperature. And I was able to get that little topwater fish. Anyway, I'll let him go. Oh, I got a fish. What in the world? I don't know how I got this. I like stopped it because I thought I was getting stuck in that that little like brush pile thing. It was like a stick that I thought I was gonna get stuck on, so I stopped reeling. This little bass hit it. All right, tiny little largemouth. I mean, I don't know, maybe 11 inches. But that was really weird. I mean, I kind of just stopped the lure and he just happened to hit it. I'll take it. I mean, we've been out here for 48 minutes, that camera says, so not a ton of action, only a couple bass, but I mean, I'll take it. Oh, is that? No, that's a largemouth. They're so dark. I mean, I do want to catch a Swanny bass. Hopefully we will today, but I'll take him. Got a fish on the Helgramite. Right as my chest mount died, of course. My best one of the day. It's not huge, but Ooh, nice Swanny bass. That's probably 14. Holy cow, he's fat. He's really fat. He might be 14. All right, y'all, there's my best fish of the day so far. It's a Swanny bass. He's really close to 14 inches. That's a citation size. You can get like a little award for catching I forget what it's called, I don't know. You basically get a certificate if it's 14 inches, and it looks like it's 14. It's really close. I'm gonna try to make it look like it's 14, so not a bad fish. I mean, they're absolute footballs. They're like the fattest black bass I think there is. All right, I'm gonna let this fish go. It's tricky when all my cameras die or whatever. There he goes. Whoa. Oh wow, a bird just pooped right next to me. Oh, another one. On the Largemouth. It's another Swanny. Or no, it's a largemouth. Well, I had a bird that almost pooped on me like 2 seconds ago. He pooped right next to the kayak. And then I caught this little largemouth. So the largemouth have been pretty unimpressive today, but that one Swanny bass was definitely a nice catch. So I'll release this guy, and I think the Largemouth might be the ticket today. I got another one. Ooh, on the Largemouth. It's decent. Oh wow, come in here. All right, that was like 2 minutes later, if like maybe a minute later. All right, well, I don't know if it's this section of river or if it's the Largemouth, but I think it might be the Largemouth. There's like a little skinny largemouth, probably like 14 inches. I'll take him. All right, well, the Largemouth is seeming like it's gonna do well. All right, John and I are coming up to the first spring. It looks pretty big in water, like there's like a rapid coming out of it. It must be pumping out a lot of water. There we go, finally. Ooh, might be decent. I gotta keep him out of that. Ooh, he's good, he's good. He's good. He's good. Oh my gosh. Let me get this net. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh no. Oh my gosh. There we go. That's what I needed. Oh my gosh. It's a good one. Well, I watched John catch like 10 bass or so. I hadn't caught anything. Man, that had my heart pumping. This is a good fish.
Art always gets the big one.
It's probably, I've definitely caught the bigger fish more times than I've caught more fish than you. You almost always catch more than me. It's oh, that's good. Definitely 4 pounds, I would think.
Oh man. No.
Oh wow, no.
5-pounder.
Yeah, that might be a 5-pounder. Oh my gosh, the Largemouth.
Good.
John was catching them like crazy in front of me. I was getting so aggravated, and then
He catches giant.
yeah.
That's the thing, those can show up like.
Yeah, he was hooked real good. I was worried. He jumped a couple times. Nice fish right there. All right, y'all, that was caught me by surprise. This is only fish number 6. I mean, I caught the first 5 bass of the day, then John caught like 10 or 15, and I had caught nothing in that time. And then I hooked into this. Luckily I hooked him well because he was jumping like crazy and managed to net him. So Definitely 4.5 pounds,
Yeah,
I
it may
would
not
think.
be 5, but
Probably 4.5, around there. It's a good one though. Kind of like the one I caught last year. Not super fat, but definitely has a big head on him. Man, that already makes the day a ton better, 10 times better for sure. Ooh, 21.25 easily.
That is nice fish. Not to get
What's your guess? Let's best guess.
I'm going to 4 pounds, 6 ounces. No, 7 ounces. 4 pounds, 7 ounces.
4 pounds, 10 ounces. Yours might be more right. I'm just 4.9.
Ooh.
Wait, what did I guess?
10.
Oh yeah, so in between our guesses. Just over 4.5. That's I think that's my second biggest bass of the year. John catches more big bass than me. This would be like his 10th or 20th biggest.
I fish a lot more.
Yeah.
You always catch a bigger one than me when we go out together.
Yeah. Man, that's awesome. All right. There she goes. Oh, she's under you. She's swimming over there. Got one. Yeah, I'm glad you told me to slow down. So I cast it back of that tree. Little Swanny bass. It's only my second Swanny bass of the day. Last year I caught just about 50-50 Swanny bass and largemouth. Today I guess I've caught 5 largemouth and a couple Swannies, but John has caught 1 million largemouth and 1 Swanny, so haven't got as many of these guys this year, but we're back at the same section that we fished last year, so maybe we'll get into some more Swanny bass now. All right, that tree right there looks good, so I'm gonna go ahead and let that Swanny bass go. All right, well, after catching that big one, I already feel a lot better about this day. It started off real slow. I got a couple fish on topwater that kind of just barely hit that chopo. Then I caught 3 really fast in the Largemouth, and John just started catching a ton after that too. So I think the fishing's definitely picked up here, but you'll have to see the rest of this day in another video. But nonetheless, I mean, so far today, after catching that big one, it's been pretty good. Plus I got a Swanny bass that was 14 inches, so I can get a little certificate for that. So make sure to stay tuned for some of my next videos. I'm gonna be here in Florida for at least 3 full days, probably 4. And hopefully I'll be coming out with a lot more videos. So make sure to stay tuned for those. And if you haven't checked out John's channel for some reason, go check it out, Creek Fishing Adventures. He's caught a lot more fish than me today. It was weird because I caught the first 5 bass of the day, and then he caught 15 in a row, and then now we kind of, yeah, we've each caught a few since then. I haven't got a big one yet, though. I gotta get me a big bass. Yeah. But anyway, hope you all enjoyed this video. Make sure to stay tuned for my next one. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, Sarah from Aaron's Outdoor, and today I'm back in North Florida. Usually I am fishing up in North Georgia, but I'm down here with John from Creek Fishing Adventures. You might be able to see him. He's somewhere up there. He just left a few minutes ago. And we're going up the Santa Fe River today, but we've already had quite the adventure today. We were planning on fishing this river called the Itchatuckney River, I think is how it's pronounced. So we drove over there, went to the state park that had signs about, floating down in tubes and kayaking there and all this stuff. And then we walk up to where we would put our kayaks in, and it said no fishing on the river. And they had super strict laws, no drinks, no food on the river, all this stuff. So we're like, well, we can't fish there. We went to a bunch of other boat ramps on that river, and there's nowhere to get into it. So basically, we decided to go back to the Santa Fe, which is where we are right now, and we're paddling up to where it comes out of the ground. So this river just pops out of the ground about 1.5 miles, maybe 2 miles upriver. So we're gonna paddle up there, try to catch some fish. My goal for today, first off, is just to catch a few bass, get a few bass in the boat, and then I wanna try to catch another big one. I caught a big one yesterday. So if I catch a few fish, I may switch to the 6-inch bull shad just to try to get a big bite. But if I'm catching them like crazy on smaller lures, I might just stick with smaller lures. So you'll have to stay tuned and see how we do. We are on the water now, and it's a cloudy day. Yesterday was real sunny. And considering how cloudy it is, I feel like I gotta at least try topwater to start out, because typically when it's cloudy, those fish are looking up more. Ooh, and I just saw a fish surface. At least I think it was a fish. So that makes me want to try topwater. So I think that's what we're going with first. There's a fish. Oh, he came off. I think it was a little bass. It was something small, but it's my first hit on topwater, which is a good sign. So I haven't had much. I mean, I've casted in some places that look real good. I've not had any hits until then. Every log just looks like so good. Ooh, oh my gosh, that one. Oh, he had me under the log. Ugh. Swanny bass or? Swanny bass. On the bull shad, dude. He's not huge. I mean, he might be like a 12-incher. It's not a bad one, but all right. Well, I haven't caught anything. John's caught like 3, so he's not like killing me, but he's doing better than me, and we haven't really figured anything out. So I'm like, oh, I'll just throw the bull shad. And I was planning on just, if John started figuring it out with a lure, I was just gonna put on what he had, but I got a fish on the bull shad, so I'll take it, and it's pretty small too, and there's some big bass in here apparently, so I don't know, I might have to stick with it. He's like 12 and a quarter maybe. 12, he's right at 12. Well, hopefully I'll still got a good view of that fish catch. My back camera will not turn on. I don't know what's going on with it. I'm gonna have to fix it, but I'm glad to get that skunk out of the boat. You got one. Oh, it's good. Good bass, I think. Ooh. Oh, it's a pickerel or something. It's a pickerel, not a bass, but still. I'll take it, I guess. Never caught a pickerel. Yeah, I'll take it.
Be careful with his mouth.
Yeah. All right. I thought I had a big old bass at first. Wow, yeah, he's got some of those sharp teeth. All right, well, this is kind of an unexpected catch. I mean, throwing that bull shad, John said he missed a pickerel in this section last time, so I thought, I had a chance to catch one. Never caught one, never caught a pike, muskie, or pickerel, so this is kind of my first type of fish that is in that family, but he's got some sharp teeth on him there. I don't know how long he is, probably at least like maybe 24 inches, around there. I don't know, I've never caught a pickerel, but not a bad one. I'll take it for my first ever pickerel. All right, I'm doing him backwards just because I don't want to take him off the grippers, but it's right about 23 inches there. So I don't know how good that is for a pickerel, but it's like a decent sized fish. All right, I'm gonna release this guy. I'm just gonna open those up. And he's kind of upside down. I think he'll be fine. He's just, okay. I think he's just taking a minute. Now he's facing upstream. There he goes. He's kicking off. Yeah, I see him. He's swimming back down there. For a second it looked like he was like super dead. There's a fish off that tree. Wow, I haven't got a fish in forever. Oh, little Swanny bass. All right. Well, I just drifted that Largemouth, kind of cast out of that tree, and man, I mean, it's been slow. Threw that bull shad around for a while after catching those 2 fish and just didn't have any other action. Then I threw the chopper around for a good 20 minutes or so, and a ton of areas that looked like there had to be fish and just no action. So I switched to the Largemouth and got myself a little Swanny bass. I'll take it. It has been slow for the most part. Anyway, I'll let this guy go, and I'm gonna cast back under there. I'd love it if there'd be some fish stacked up right there. Oh, I think I might have had I don't know, a ton of brush under there. Oh, there's a fish. Oh, another one. Okay. Is that a Swanny? I think it's a largemouth. Wow, yeah. Interesting looking largemouth. Yeah, that's a largemouth though. All right, so I've caught 2 fish in the same spot. I mean, this is, I've only caught 4 total now, so I might have to stay here. There's a ton of brush down there, and I think there might just be some fish hiding up in that brush. All right, well, I'm drifting down. That's probably like a 12-inch largemouth. Not too bad of a fish, but I'm gonna cast up in that area again. All right, well, here's a little midday update. We made it up to the river rise, which is where the river comes out of the ground. It's kind of cool. And it's 3:15 now, and we got on the water like right at 12. So we're 3 hours and 15 minutes in. It'll get dark in like a little over 2 hours. So we're just gonna be floating back down, which should be nice. We did have to paddle all the way up here, which for the most part, it was a pretty easy paddle. This river really doesn't flow that fast, but kind of a cool area right here just because the river literally just comes right out of the ground. Not many rivers start like this river does, so it's kind of cool. But anyway, I'm gonna get a little snack and then go back out there and try to catch some more fish. Oop, I got something. Oh man, it was a Swanny. It wasn't huge, but it was a good one. He's running right at me. There's fish. Get in here. Oh my gosh. He came off at the boat. It's just a little bass, like 12, 13 inches, but I lost my last one I had. The last one I saw, like he was a little further away from the boat, but this tree looks, I mean, it's a big old tree. There's gotta be some fish up in there. All right, well, John and I are back here. I did terrible today. I mean, I thought yesterday wasn't the best, and today I only caught 4 fish. I only landed 4 fish. Had a couple fish come off there at the end on the way back, but at least I still caught some fish. I caught my first ever pickerel, and I got a couple on the bull shad, so definitely could have gone worse. It's a lot better than getting skunked, but you know, down here in Florida, I was just really hoping for a better day than I had today, but maybe tomorrow will be better. So make sure to stay tuned for that video, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button down below and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. We'll catch y'all on that next video. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, Darren from Aaron's Outdoor, and today is my last day down here in North Florida. So I'm going to be driving back to North Georgia today. But before I do that, I want to catch some fish. I'm going to try to catch some fish on this little Z-Man Micro Finesse larva. It's a pretty new lure. It came out this year, and I've only used it once. I did catch some fish on it. It was up in North Georgia. Caught a few trout on it, which I may throw in at the end of this video. But today, I'm going to try to catch some fish on this. And I'm fishing the Santa Fe River, which is a spring-fed river. It's got a ton of different species in here. I think the #1 species I'll probably catch on this is the spotted sunfish. I love to get one that's 7 inches because then I can get a little Florida Big Catch certificate. So that'd be a nice goal for the day. But anyway, let's get to fishing and catch some fish on this little Z-Man larvae. Got a fish. There we go. First one of the day. Let's see what it is. Yep, spotted sunfish. So I caught these last year. Last year I went to Florida, the same river, and I caught them in a river in South Georgia on my way back. I actually didn't catch any in this river last year, but I know there's a bunch in here. This one looks really cool. Look at his eye. I didn't realize they had some blue under their eye like that. That's really cool. Well, obviously that guy's not too big, but he's actually 5.5 inches. So we only need a fish 1.5 inches bigger than this to get a little award, which I think is definitely very possible today. Oh, I had something. Something hit hard. Got one. Ooh, is this a bass or is this a sunfish? Oh, it's another sunfish. All right. Another spotted sunfish. Yeah, dude. I don't remember them having the blue eyes like that. That looks really cool. I gotta get a good picture of that. Man, look at that. You think he wanted that? Ooh, he's peeing on me. But this little micro larvae thing looks like perfect for different species. You know, like I already caught some trout on it, which you'll see at the end of this video. And I knew it would just be amazing for panfish, and so far so good. This guy was 6.5 inches, so I think we could definitely get that 7-incher. I mean, he's almost there. Anyway, beautiful little fish. There's a fish. Oh, another spotted sunfish, I think. Oh, all right. Oh no, it's a red breast. Or what is this? I think it's a red breast, but it looks real weird. Maybe it's a hybrid or a different type. All right. This looks like it might be a hybrid. I think it's a hybrid. Maybe a redbreast and something else. Or it's a different type of fish. I'm not sure. All right. Well, I'm pretty sure that's a hybrid. It was right at 7 inches. I don't know. I don't really know what type of fish it is. I mean, it looks like a redbreast, but it's just got some weird looking markings, so I think it's a hybrid. Anyway, let him go. Ooh, I got something. Ooh, what is this? Oh, no, it's not a fish. Oh, it is a fish. Oh, I got a fish. You're just in the middle of all that stuff. I was like, I thought I was stuck, but there's a fish on there. Ooh, could this be a 7-incher? I don't think so. He might be 6.5 again. There could just be a bunch that are like right under 7. All right, well, I haven't exactly been slaying them because now I've been out here for like an hour and this is only like my 4th fish, but I'm still catching them. I think I just need to kind of figure them out more, like, and just get in the right spot. But yeah, look at that blue. I like that blue under their eye is pretty cool. It's probably another like 6 point something incher. Yeah, he's just under 6.5, so another one that's pretty dang close. There's one. Ooh, this guy's a fighter. Oh, I don't know. I don't think he's gonna be 7. I have a feeling we're gonna catch a lot that are just like 6.5 or something. This one looks the same as the last one. Fish number 5, another spotted sunfish. Well, he was right at 6.5, just like that last one. There's one. Ooh, what is this? I think it's another. Ooh, it's really fighting. Oh, man, this I think this is the biggest slightly. He's got a bigger mouth. I doubt he's 7 though. Man, I mean, I feel like if we get enough of these, I've caught 3 real fast in this one spot. I feel like if we catch enough, we might get one that's 7. Look at that little guy. He's 6.75, so he's real close. All right, I'm gonna let him go here. There's a fish. Didn't get a good hook set on this one. Ooh, bass. There we go. Well, that's something different. I'm glad like we didn't just catch those sunfish. I mean, this is our 3rd species. Like I think one of that 3rd fish we caught, I think was a hybrid. But hey, we got a little bass. It's a little largemouth. There are some like rare Swanny bass in this river. I've seen a few, but usually like if you see a fish in the super clear water, it's like really hard to catch them. Like for the most part, you just gotta fish for the fish that you can't see. But there's a little largemouth. All right, let him go. Oh. Well, I thought I had a fish on there, and this is the 3rd time that a tail has broken off. Like this Elaztec is usually really durable, but I think it's just so thin that it actually breaks kind of easily. So this is the 3rd time it's happened. I didn't even say anything the other two times, but now that it's happened for the 3rd time, that's kind of concerning. Ooh, got something. Ooh, yo, a bass is chasing it. That's crazy. There's a bass chasing it. Oh, I don't know if I got that on camera or not. Dude, this is a pretty small one. Definitely not a 7-incher, but there's like a largemouth that was about a pound chasing this thing. He chased it right up to the boat. That was kind of funny. Well, it's a little easier to tell why they're a spotted sunfish on this one. He's got a bunch of little spots there. Ooh, nice. Ooh, could this be a 7-incher? He's fighting. Oh, I don't know. It's one of the bigger ones, but I don't think he's, yeah. That one might only be like 6.25. He's just fat and fought hard. Yeah, he was 6.25. Not gonna cut it for the big catch. There's one. What is this? A bass, maybe? Nah. Ooh, what is it? Oh, it's just a tiny one. Wow. That's a cute little guy. He might be like 4 inches. Even though he's so tiny, he's got some big old eyeballs. Tiny one there. Kind of just fits in my hand. There's one. Ah, another tiny one. Oh, I hooked this one like in the gill. Well, we don't want to be getting smaller ones. We need one that's 7 inches. There he goes. There's fish. Ooh. I don't know, man. I'm catching so many that are small now. I'm kind of thinking about just trying to do some bass fishing now. But I mean, this thing works. I mean, like, I could sit in here all day and just catch a million of these guys. Hey guys, Aaron from Aaron's Outdoor, and here's another Florida video. I'm out here with John from Creek Fishing Adventures. This is my first day in Florida. This is just kind of the second half of the first day, so just caught a big fish. If you haven't seen my past video, make sure to go check that out. Caught like a 4.5 pound largemouth and some other fish too. So I think I'm gonna stick with the Nico Helgermite because that's what's been working. Then I might switch to Berkeley Chapo before it gets dark here and try to get some more topwater fish. So make sure to stay tuned. Hopefully we can get another good largemouth. That'd be nice, or some Swanny bass, which is kind of the rare species of black bass that lives down in this river. So anyway, make sure to stay tuned, and hopefully I'll be on some more fish. Oh, got one. Little bass. All right, well, this is the first fish I've caught in I don't even know how long. It's another Swanny bass. I think it's the third one I've caught today. And definitely the smallest one, but I'll take it. It's been a while since I've caught something. We're almost to the end. We've got maybe half a mile left, and usually, like last year, this stretch was pretty good, so hopefully this won't be the last fish of the day. Anyway, I'll let that guy go. The fish, not the best hook set, seems decent. Ooh, nice Swanny bass. Not a bad Swanny bass. Oh, come on. Dude, not a bad Swanny bass. Could it be another 14-incher? I don't think so. All right, well, there's another Swanny bass just a few minutes later. Hadn't caught a fish in well over an hour and just caught two kind of within 5 minutes of each other. It's weird how that happens sometimes. So this is another nice Swanny bass. You know, I don't think he's 14 because that other one was just barely 14, and this guy's definitely smaller than that one, but definitely over a pound. Another solid little fish there. He was like 13.75, maybe 14. I kind of just took a couple pictures of him on the board, but oh, there he goes. There's one. Little bass. Little largemouth, I think. Yeah. Oh wait, no, this is Swanny, I think. I can't tell. Yeah, that's a little Swanny bass. It looks a lot like a largemouth. Yeah, it's a Swanny bass. It's got that little kind of colored eye, so yep, looks like a Swanny bass. I'll take it. Got 3 in a row now. There's a fish right next to this cover. Another little bass. This one is actually a largemouth. All the largemouths seem to be skinnier than the Swanny bass. See, that one's pretty obviously a largemouth. Some of them, like, you know, some of the largemouth are so dark that they kind of look like Swannies. Like that last one almost looked like a largemouth, but I could kind of tell by his eyes and stuff that it was a Swanny. And today is my last day down here in North Florida. Just got done fishing with a little lure, caught a bunch of little fish, mainly panfish, but now I kind of want to go after some bass before I have to drive up today. So I think I'm just going to stick to the Nico Helgermite. That was my best lure the past 2 days, and it caught me a 4.5 pounder 2 days ago. So I'd love to get another 14-inch Swanny bass because that you can get a little Florida Big Catch certificate if you catch a Swanny bass that's 14 inches or bigger. Largemouth have to be 24 inches, so that would be huge. I doubt I'll get that, but I'm gonna at least try to get another Swanny bass that's 14 and just hopefully catch a good bit more bass on that Nico Helgermite. There's a fish. Oh my gosh, no pressure on him, but I got him in here. Sometimes when you hook set and then like there's no pressure on them, they get off real easily. Cool little largemouth. It's almost like he has like horizontal bars. But he's definitely a largemouth. I don't know. That's interesting. Or it's just like a fat lateral line. There's a fish. Ooh. What is it? I think it's a Swanny bass. Yeah, a little Swanny bass. 2 little tiny bass to start off the day. You know, of course I hope I catch some bigger than this, which if I catch a bunch of bass, I'm sure I'll catch some bigger. I think these fish are just right up next to wood. It's kind of what we figured out yesterday. That guy was just like right under that log over there. There's a fish right off this tree. Better than those other 2 we caught, at least. Don't know if he's a largemouth or a Swanny yet. Largemouth, all right. Ooh, and he inhaled that Helgermite. Look at that. He definitely wanted it. Hopefully I can get it out fairly easily. You know, nothing big, 12 and a half, maybe 13 incher. But a lot better than the other 2 we caught. All right, probably like a 13-inch bass. I'll let that guy go. Oh, something's got it, I think. Yep, another one off the tree. Oh, and he came off. It's probably another largemouth. There's one. Ugh. Dude, I keep losing them. What happens is they're so small and I hook set and then hook set so hard that there's no tension on them and they just come off. But I don't know, maybe if I hook set even harder, they just actually get hooked. Yeah, that guy didn't really get hooked. Oh, fish. Oh gosh, my paddle. There we go. Ah. Well, I caught one, missed a couple, and then caught another one. So there's definitely a bunch in this tree. That one, I barely got in the boat. He just kind of flopped in the boat there. I'll take him. Little 9-10 inch largemouth. There's one. Ooh, I think that's a Swanny bass maybe? Alright, there's a little Swanny bass under that tree. So this is the 5th fish I've hooked into under this tree. They definitely seem to be just like loaded up here. Obviously nothing too big yet, but I'll take it. There's fish. Ooh. There he is. Holy cow, he's tiny. For a second I thought I didn't even have a fish. I thought I hook set it into a tree, but it was a fish. He just got stuck in the tree. And then he ended up being another tiny bass. Okay, so this is, how many is this? 4 bass that I've actually caught under this tree? There's got to be so many under there. I don't know if there's going to be a bigger one, hopefully. There's a fish underneath this tree. Oh, wow, I barely got him in. All right, nothing big so far. I mean, just a bunch of little bass. Like, there's so many bass in this river. There's definitely some giants, but there's definitely a lot of small ones too. So I've been casting on this tree a bunch, actually. Finally just got one off of it. It's another just giant tree, and since we got like 4 from that other tree, I thought there had to be some under here. I mean, I know there's more under there, so I'm gonna keep casting at it. Oh, there's a fish. I thought I had one on a second ago. Oh my gosh, I've lost so many. It's just like when I hook set and they start jumping, I know all the tension is off. There's another one. Don't come off. It's small. Man, it's small. Oh. Dude, I don't know what is going on today. Like this Nico Helgeran, I mean, you know, I've caught some big fish on it. Like I said, I caught a 4.5 pounder 2 days ago out of the same river, but today they're just tiny. I mean, like I'm fishing the spots that should have bass. They have bass, they're just not big. I am off the water now. Originally, I was considering fishing until dark. It's only about 2 o'clock, but after 3 days of fishing, 3 kind of long days of fishing, I'm just kind of worn out. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and start heading home just because, I don't know, I'm tired, and then I won't be getting home too late. But overall, this trip was definitely really fun down here in Florida. You know, I was fishing the Santa Fe River for 3 days. It's just a really unique river. It's got all these like super clear springs in it, and the river itself is super clear. It's just got a black bottom most of the way, so it's kind of, it looks like it's not clear because of the black bottom, but you can see straight to the bottom in the spots where there's a little bit of sand. But caught a bunch of little bass today. You know, I'll take it. Yesterday I only caught 4 total fish. Today I, you know, kind of filmed 2 videos, but I caught almost 20 probably, even though they were all really small. And I think there's definitely a good chance I will be coming back here next year. I mean, I came here last year, caught a giant largemouth then, caught a giant largemouth this trip as well. Also caught my first ever pickerel this trip and got another Swanny bass that was 14 inches, which qualifies for a little Florida Big Catch certificate. And that pickerel I caught was 23 inches, and if it's over 22, it gets a certificate too. So I got 2 certificates this year, which is pretty cool. Caught a bunch of fish, you know, can't really complain. So anyway, hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button down below and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already, but I'll catch you all on that next video. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, Sam from Aaron's Outdoor, and today I'm currently in South Georgia on my way to the Santa Fe River in North Florida, which is a really cool river that I've gotten to fish the past couple years. Both of my trips down here the past couple years, I've caught in 1 giant largemouth each trip. And there's also a bunch of Swanny bass in this river, which are a type of bass that look kind of like smallmouth. They're really fun to catch. And if you catch a 14-incher, you get a little certificate. I got 1 of those each of the past 2 years. Last year I also caught a big pickerel that I got a certificate for. And the past couple years I've gone with John from Creek Fishing Adventures. He wasn't able to make it this weekend, but this was a weekend that I had time to go and I really wanted to go. So I'm just going by myself this trip, but we may try to make another trip down here this year. Or I might try to make another trip down here this year. But either way, by the time I get there today, I think there's going to be less than an hour of daylight. So by the time I get down there, I may or may not have any time to go fishing. I mean, if I have like 30 to 45 minutes, I might put my kayak in and try to catch 1 fish. But at least get my campsite set up because I'm going to be camping there for a few nights and maybe take a look at all the springs down there. They're really cool. There's a bunch of these crystal clear springs that flow into this river that are really neat to see. So anyway, I'm gonna get back on the road because I'm already wasting some time talking, but I'll see you guys down in Florida. Well, I might not be able to go fishing today. I just made another stop. I got a bag of ice for my cooler, and I also have low gas, so I'm also gonna have to stop to get gas, which might put me there less than 30 minutes before dark, if that. So I may have to wait till tomorrow to at least put my kayak in, but at the very least, maybe I can like make a cast or 2 without putting my kayak in today. All right, I just made it to the river, the Santa Fe here, and as you can see, one of the springs is behind me there. It is about 5:20, it gets dark in like 30 minutes, so I don't think I'm gonna have time to put the kayak in tonight. Probably won't even make a cast tonight. I think I'm just gonna go ahead, get my campsite ready, and be ready to catch some fish in the morning. Well, I finally got my tent set up. I mean, I don't even have the rain cover on right now, and it is drizzling, but that broken pole caused me a lot of problems. It was right on the top of the tent too. So I kind of like duct taped to this stake, and I think it'll be good enough for this trip, but I might have to get a new tent. I bought this one for like $29 at Walmart, so I might just need to get a little bit of a nicer tent. All right, it's the next morning. I'm definitely ready to do some fishing. I kind of had a rough night of camping in that little tent. Some water seeped in, got my feet wet, but it wasn't too cold. Definitely wasn't the worst, but now it is time to do some fishing. I'm gonna pack my lunch and stuff for the day, get my rods ready, and then get out on the water and hopefully get to catching some fish. All right, well, I'm finally out on the water. Took me a while to get ready this morning. Definitely like over an hour. I mean, this is like the first day, so hopefully tomorrow I'll get to fishing a little bit faster, but I think I'm gonna start off with a chopo today, try to cover some water. And if that doesn't work out, you know, I'm sure I'll throw like a trick worm and helgermite right against this cover. I caught like a handful of fish right off this tree last year. And in general last year, they were really tight to wood. And I just saw a bass. Like the water's so clear. It doesn't look like it because it's a black bottom, but you can see straight to the bottom. I just saw a bass like right next to another tree. Oh my gosh. First cast with a helgermite. All right, well, made a few casts with a chopo. I saw a few bass down there. And with my first cast on that helgermite, I got a bass. It's really small. It's a little largemouth. It's cool catching the Swanny bass here. I think it's a largemouth. Yeah, that's a largemouth. A lot of the largemouth are so dark, they almost look like Swanny bass here. But that's a good sign I got one that fast. And I've already seen, you know, quite a few bass just swimming next to the kayak. All right, I'll let him go. Hopefully we'll be getting on some bigger ones than that. There's one, another little bass. Another largemouth, I think. Oh, well, I'm floating downriver because I'm in the current, but there's another little tiny largemouth. I can't tell, it kind of looks like there's a fishing line right there. I hope it's not. Oh, right there. Oh yeah, on the chopo. Oh, dude, he's squirming like crazy. There's a little bit better largemouth. He's super dark. All right, there's maybe like a, I don't know, 12, 13 inch largemouth. At least he's not super tiny. And he hit it on Topwater right next to the kayaks. That's pretty awesome. You know, I mean, I'm only 20 minutes in, I've already caught 3 fish, so it's definitely a good sign and they seem active. Let him go. Here's where one of the springs come in. It's crazy how clear the water is. I mean, oh gosh. Pretty much the whole river's that clear. Just the springs have those cool, like, sandy blue bottoms. Oh. There's one. Ooh. It's not too small. Definitely bigger than some of them we've caught. Ooh, it might be a Swanny bass. I can't tell. Oh, I can't tell. Oh, it's a big Swanny, dude. This is big for a Swanny bass. They don't get big. Oh. Come on. Dude. That might be a 14 incher. You get a little award if you catch 14 incher. I've done that the past couple years. He's gotta be 13 at least. He's gonna be close. Oh dude, I'm right next to the spring. I'm gonna have to release him in this spring. Get a cool underwater release. All right, finally got what I would call a good fish. It's definitely not the biggest bass ever, but these Swanny bass don't get that big. I think the state record's like 3.89 pounds, which is also the world record. I think you can only catch them in Georgia and Florida, South Georgia and Florida. But that guy, I mean, they're just like footballs, kind of like a smallmouth, but they have a really tall body. And I don't know if this one's 14. He's probably like 13, but either way, it's a good one. Well, I underestimated him. He was right about 14.5 inches, which is actually about tied for the biggest one I've caught. So I think the biggest one I've caught was, I think it was like 1.5 pounds. So we'll see what this guy is. 1.11 pounds. So even though he's only 14.5 inches, like not even really, he's 1.11 pounds. They're just such like thick fish. Little fish. Oh my gosh. Kind of got this on the outer edge where the spring dumps in. Well, that is tiny. Oh, I got a little bite, dude. I casted this Chopo out, and I caused so many little minnows to like pop up. I was like, that might be a good cast, and a little one hit it. I mean, the minnows were really small, so. Oh my gosh, I was gonna say it might have been a small fish. I got one right there. It's my best fish of the day, I think. It's probably barely hooked. Back hook only. Back hook only. Oh man, he's jumping. And that's getting stuck in my other rods. Oh, come off, buddy. Oh! I got him in the net. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Dude, he popped out and I netted him. Dude, that was so lucky. That was lucky. I knew he was barely hooked. I was taking a little too long. It's nothing that big, but it's our best largemouth of the day. He probably weighs less than that Swanny, probably a little longer. All right, best largemouth. He might be like 15 inches or so. Definitely doesn't weigh as much as the Swanny. All right, this guy was 15 3/4, so it's the longest fish of the day, but I highly doubt he weighs more than that Swanny. I mean, I'm not gonna put him on the scale because it's just a smaller largemouth. Those Swannies just don't grow anywhere near as large as a largemouth, so like a 14-incher, you know, I wanted to weigh, but let this guy go. There's one. Caught a few fish right here before the last couple of years. Typically they're largemouth right here. Yeah, I mean, we've only caught one Swanny today, and it was a trophy size. All right, well, that's another small largemouth. It's another topwater fish. Now we've caught most of our fish on topwater. I think this is number 7. I think 4 have been on topwater. You know, both the topwater and Helgerman are gonna work well today. Are gonna work well today, I think, but it just, you know, I typically prefer them in slightly different areas. So I'll definitely be using a combination of both the rest of the day and maybe some other lures too. Ooh, little feisty guy. There's one right off that tree. I think it might be a Swanny. Let's see, yeah, a little Swanny bass, there we go. I think that's fish number 8, and we've only caught 2 Swannies. Typically I do catch mostly largemouth here. But man, yeah, that's a pretty little fish. They are so dark though, like it's kind of hard to tell sometimes. All right, I paddled up to another little spring that was right next to where I caught this guy. So I'm gonna do another underwater release. I said y'all can come on through if you're coming through. Okay. I got one, but all right. It's a little Swanny bass. No, this is a Swanny. It's called a Swanny. They're not very common. You can only get them in a.
What is that?
It's a Swanny bass.
Swanny bass.
They kind of look like smallmouth almost.
Yeah. Now what's these fish that jump out of the water?
Those are mullet.
Mullet?
Yeah.
I thought they were.
Kind of looks like a little smallmouth.
Is that a Hobie?
No, it's a Crescent kayaks. They're made in Georgia. This is kind of like a river bass fishing kayak. All right, third Swanny bass of the day. This one's maybe a tad bit bigger than that last one we caught. He pretty much came off the same tree. Let him go. There's another one off this tree. A bunch of people just kayaked past it, but there's definitely fish under here. Oh, it's gonna get off. This one's a little better. Oh man, another Swanny, dude. They're stacked up on this tree right here. Fat, they're so thick, like they're a lot taller than a largemouth. All right, let this one go. For the most part, what I've figured out so far is the ones near the trees typically want something brought down to them. And most of the ones I've caught on a Chopo are just in some like shallow areas, kind of shallower grassy areas. I did catch one chopo fish right off a tree, I think. Oh, there was a fish. Well, in the 8th Helgramite though. Might be another Swanny. Maybe? Oh yeah. Dude, we've caught 4 Swanny bass in a row now. This one just peed on me a little, I think. He's pretty small, but you know, if I'm gonna catch a small bass, I'd rather catch a little Swanny bass instead of a little largemouth. Oh, I had one. Dang it. Oh, there's one. Ooh, this one might be decent. Not that big, but could be another Swanny. Oh, wow, lost all pressure on him. It's not that big, but largemouth. Whoa, oh my gosh, it just about hit my face. I didn't even notice it. Man, there's so many dang fish in this river. I mean, we've caught 2 like decent fish today. I mean, one of that Swanny bass is a really good Swanny bass, and then one like somewhat decent largemouth. Besides that, they've all been pretty small, but when I'm just catching them left and right like this, really can't complain. Oh my gosh. I saw that fish. He definitely felt the hooks. He wasn't like big, but he probably was maybe the best one of the day.
All right, well, I am not in Florida anymore, but I'm gonna have to end this video here. This was an incredible day of fishing. I mean, I caught so many fish. You're gonna have to stay tuned for the next 2 videos to see this entire day of fishing. This is probably the first time I've ever made one day of fishing, 3 different videos, but after catching those first 12 fish on the Helgramite and the Chopo, I ended up switching lures, and that ended up being a really good switch, and I caught a ton of fish on that lure. So you're gonna have to wait till my next video to see what lure that was, but I hope y'all enjoyed this one. I'm gonna have at least 4 other Florida videos coming out from this trip, so y'all are gonna wanna make sure to stay tuned for those. But I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button down below and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. You can follow my Instagram at Aaron's_outdoor. But anyway, hope you all enjoyed that video. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, it's Aaron from Aaron's Outdoor, and you're about to watch the second part of my first day of fishing down on the beautiful Santa Fe River in North Florida. This is a really cool river. It's got a bunch of beautiful springs, like crystal clear springs that flow into the river. And it's got some really good fishing as well. They've got largemouth down there. They've also got a rare species of bass called the Swanny bass that kind of looks like a smallmouth. And this day I caught a ton of fish. I had already caught 12 fish before this video starts. That was my last video on my channel. And after catching those 12 fish, I decided to switch to this Strike King mini rage craw, and it ended up being a really good decision. I started catching a ton of fish on it. So that's what you're about to see in this video.
Oh, there was fish. First cast with this crawfish. You're kidding. Oh, it's a Swanny. Well, y'all probably couldn't hear me that well because I just now turned my chest cam on. But this was my first cast with this crawfish lure. I got these little mini rage craws in this specific color for this trip because I know Swanny bass like crawfish, and that did not take long. I caught a fish on my first cast on the Helgramite today and my first cast with this craw now. But I'm running into stuff, so I'm gonna let that one go. Oh my gosh. Oh, did he fall off? Oh no, he's still on there. Wow. Skinny largemouth, tiny one. Oh. For a second I thought he had crawfish in his throat. I don't think he does. Tiny little fish. I've been like 4 casts with this lure and now caught 2 fish on it. Might have been a really good switch. It's easier to get this craw on a Texas rig deeper into cover kinda than the Helgramite. There's one. Oh, come on, stop. I don't want to lose tension on him. Nice Swanny, I think. Not too big, but one of the better ones. Oh no, it's just a largemouth. A largemouth that's probably above average of what we've caught a little bit. It's maybe like a 11, maybe 12 incher. But that's 3 fish pretty fast on that craw. Those other 2 came just downriver over there. It does seem like they'll bite a bunch of different lures today, but I still think that craw seems to be working better than the Helgermite was. And the chop has gotten me a good bit of bites still, but I've missed a few. You know, when I'm right next to structure like this, I think it's better to just drop a soft plastic right down there. A little guy. Little Swanny. I mean, that's 2 largemouth and 2 Swanny on the craw now. I know the Swanny is really, I think the main thing they eat is crawfish. That guy's bleeding a little bit. Hopefully he'll be okay. Good bit of current right here. Oop, that's fish. Oop, there's one. Right under that boat. Thought there might be something here. There's 3 boats actually. I think it's a largemouth. Yep, little largemouth. Oh, I'm losing track. Is 17? This craw seems really good. It might, honestly, it might be more ideal for the Helgermite on this river. Helgermite definitely works, but there's yet another fish. Ooh, it's a pretty good fish. One of the best of the day. Don't know if it's a Swanny or what. Ooh, can't tell. There's a good amount of current here. Kind of just fishing with current break, some pretty deep water. Ooh. It's definitely one of the better ones of the day. Might be another 14-inch Swanny. Whatever it is, it's definitely over 14 out there. Lighter. Oh, it's a big old Swanny. Wow. Could be my PB Swanny. He's got to be 14. Thought that other one was 13 and he was 14 and a half almost. Wow. Oh man. Dude. Oh man. That's a, dude, that might be a 15. That's a good Swanny bass. It's a good spot, man. Like there's some good current, deep water. Spot you would think a good Swanny might be. Yeah, that's a good one. We're gonna have to get a good video of this one. Dude, this fish is an absolute football. I don't know if he's 15, but I think he's bigger than that last one. Maybe he's 14 and a half, 14 3/4. I don't know. He might be 15. Sometimes I underestimate him. He's just so thick. These Swanny bass are really cool when you catch a nice one like this. It's pretty awesome. Well, he was a 15-incher, dude. You only need 14 inches to get that certificate. This guy's a whole inch over that. So this is a really good Swanny bass. Even though he's only like a little over half an inch longer than that other one, I think he might be over 2 pounds. Definitely gonna throw him on the scale. Moment of truth. Is it a 2-pound Swanny? Let's go. 2 pounds, 1 ounce. It's pretty awesome. 2-pound Swanny bass. It's definitely my PB. It's just such a thick fish, dude. So this is over half the size of the world record, which is kind of crazy. So definitely a good one there. Catching a 3-pounder would be crazy. All right, I'm trying to get an underwater release of this Swanny bass. See if he's ready to go. It was in the net for a while, so might be a little stressed out, but definitely should be good to go. There's one. Oh, Sorry, little guy. I just slammed him into the side of my boat. It's a tiny Swanny bass. He's got some pretty colors on him. It's a little yellow almost. It's kind of cool. It's definitely a pretty little one. A little more yellow than most of them. I don't know if this is a spring, but that definitely looks like water is being pushed out. There's another one right there. It's not as big, but those might just be springs in the bottom of the river. Oh, it's fish. Ooh, it's good. It's not that big, but it's pretty good. It's a Swanny bass. It's definitely a good Swanny. Oh, it's into Swanny, I think. Oh, don't fall off, don't fall off. This one could be 14. It's kind of close. Ooh. Maybe. It's a good Swanny though. Maybe not a trophy. It's probably at least 13 though. He hit that thing pretty fast. As soon as I cast it in there, I saw my line jolt. All right, that one was good enough for 13.5 inches, so not quite a trophy, but still a good fish. And I mean, he was right off that isolated wood right there. There's some decent current, some decent depth, and an isolated piece of structure that definitely looks like a good spot for fish to be. Oh, also, I think that was fish number 20. I think it's only a little bit past 2 right now. I'm almost about at the point where I want to turn around. Oh, it's 2:30, yeah. My way back is going to have to be a lot faster than my way up here, but I won't be paddling upriver, so it's going to be faster anyway. It's a fish. Another one off this tree. Seems okay. Oh, yeah, another Swanny. Ooh, this is a pretty one. When they're a little bit lighter colored like this, you can kind of see their markings a bit more. But that's a cool fish. I mean, today has been incredible so far. Another one. Man, my next cast. This one's bigger than that one I just caught. Not quite as big as the other one though. The first one we caught this thing. Dude, another nice Swanny. That one might be a 12-incher. I mean, that's still a solid one. This little craw is the deal. I mean, I haven't even switched crawfish. I think this is maybe number 10 that I've caught on the craw. Somehow that's lasted 10 fish. Yeah, he might be maybe 11 inches. It's another one. Oh my gosh, they're stacked up on this tree in the middle of the river. Oh, he's getting me tangled. Oh man, maybe he's bigger than I thought. I mean, I saw him. He might come off. Jeez. Oh my. Oh, he's barely hooked. Oh, another pretty good Swanny. Oh my gosh. That might be 12.5, 13. Not bad. Got one picture of him real fast, and I'm already this far downriver. There's actually some good current right where that tree is. No way, that's another one. Oh my gosh, my next cast. 5 off this tree. Multiple on back-to-back casts. Dude, this is crazy. All of a sudden, I'm up to like 24 fish. Bro. We might hit 40 at this rate. That is crazy. I might just put a new one on. This singular rage craw somehow lasted me like 12 bass. Probably could last more, but it's just so torn up. And got a whole pack of them. Might as well use a new one. There's one. This might be a largemouth, yeah. Oh, I thought he fell off. We haven't gotten a largemouth in a while. This is right where I caught I think this is where I caught my big largemouth last year. I already passed a while ago where I caught my big largemouth 2 years ago. Oh, well, he shook himself out. Probably like a, I don't know, 11, 12 inch largemouth. Number 25 on the day. I think I'll have to end the video here at 25 fish, but it's 3 o'clock. I still got 3 hours left to go. So I think I'm gonna make the last 3 hours of the day a different video. I might try to switch up the lures a little. I mean, part of me wants to throw a bigger lure for a bigger fish, and then part of me wants to keep throwing a small lure because the most bass I've caught in a day on a river is 33, and I'm at 25 today. So there's definitely a good chance I'll be able to break that. So I don't know. You'll have to wait for the next video to see how I do then. But overall, today's been amazing so far. No big largemouth, but a couple really nice Swanny bass, just a lot of fish. So y'all are gonna want to stay tuned for that next video. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button down below and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. But I'll catch y'all on that next video. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, Serene from Aaron's Outdoor, and today I'm out on the beautiful Santa Fe River here in North Florida. If you saw my last video or my last Florida video, I was catching fish like crazy. I've already caught 25 bass today. They've mainly been hitting a little crawfish lure. I've caught some on a Helgermite, a few on the Chopo and Topwater. And now I'm about to head back. I've got about 3 hours till dark, so I don't have a ton of time. I'm probably gonna have to fish some faster lures. So I think I might try to fish the Chopo and the buzzbait more, but at the same time, I might throw the craw in certain places too because it was working super well. So y'all are gonna wanna stay tuned. I think we're gonna definitely be on some more fish. And I'm currently at 25 fish, so I'm gonna see if I can break my single day record for the most river bass I've ever caught, which is 33. So I just need 9 more to break that today, which I think we should be able to make happen. There's one on the Chopo. There we go. Oh, let's see if we can get this one in. It's a Swanny bass. Oh, please don't come off. Please don't come off. Oh, nice. That's our first Swanny bass of the day on Topwater. Well, there's a nice Swanny bass. He's about 12 inches. If you haven't seen my last video, you should go check it out. I caught my PB Swanny bass, or my last Florida video. It may or may not be my last video, but that's a good little fish. This one's a little beat up, but still a cool fish. I don't know what's wrong with his fin on the bottom and on the top, but I'll let him go. There's one on the Chopo, little guy, right off the bank. All right, little largemouth. All right, ooh, chill. All right, I touched him, it counts. This is number 27 on the day. I got to check out my last video, you still haven't seen it. But a little largemouth, this Chopo 75 will catch all sizes of fish. Actually, the biggest fish I've caught in this river, which is over 5 pounds, biggest bass, was on this exact lure. So you might get more smaller ones, but it definitely has the potential of catching a big one. Got one. Ooh, that's that log. He might come off. He's barely hooked. Oh, he might come off. All right, probably didn't need to use the net on that one, but when they shake like that, these treble hooks, you know, I want to be careful not to get hooked. And I might just have to stick with the Chopo all day or for the rest of the day. That's number 28 on the day. Got 3 on the Chopo real fast. And I paddled upriver like close to 4 miles probably. I think we still got a good 3 miles to go, so we got plenty of water to cover. There we go. Caught one in the exact same spot before. That's like a perfect current break on the edge of the river. Caught one in the exact same spot. Earlier today I casted there and didn't get one, but I think I kind of made a bad initial cast. All right, well, there's another little largemouth around 12 inches. And I'm not surprised. I mean, earlier I was mainly using a little crawfish lure and I was catching mostly Swanny bass on the crawfish, but using this Topwater, I think I'm definitely gonna catch mostly largemouth. Oop, there's one on the craw. Seems to be a nice Swanny bass probably. Caught a bunch here earlier today. Oh man, yeah, that's a little Swanny bass. It is on the craw. I'm mostly going to use the Chopo, but I caught so many on this tree earlier on a soft plastic. I wanted to throw the craw in there. There's one. decent largemouth on this craw. Oop. It's number 31. I need 3 more to beat my record, so hopefully we'll make that happen. This one. Another one on the craw. Little largemouth. It's number 32 on the day. We're getting close to beating that record. Is that a fish? What the heck? He didn't like blow up on it. My lure was, I think it like was underwater when he hit it. It was a weird bite on the Chopo. I don't even know if that one counts as topwater. That's so weird. I don't know how that guy hit it, but that's 33. We need 1 more to break that record. And you know, I caught 33 in a day on a different river, not this one. So this is definitely my best numbers day by far on this river.
Catch anything out there?
I've caught like 33 bass. It's been a really good day.
Any big ones?
I've caught a couple nice Swanny bass, but all the largemouth have been pretty small.
Yeah.
So.
Just saying, I wish I brought my pole.
Yeah.
Nice,
Thanks.
Have you seen any gators?
No.
Alright.
This is my 3rd time, or my 3rd year in a row coming here. I've only seen 1 gator.
Oh, really?
And
I've never seen any, and I've been here 3 times.
yeah, and the one I saw was like maybe 3 or 4 feet long. Oh yeah, I think that like so many people kayak in this section that they're just not really here.
Yeah.
Oop, there's fish. Oh my gosh, on the paws. It's pretty good. Oh man, it's a decent largemouth. Might be my best one of the day actually. Oh, please don't come off, fish. Oh man, it's pretty good. Maybe like a 2-pounder. Get in there. All right, that's my best largemouth of the day. It's nothing too big, but it's probably around 2 pounds. All right, there's a largemouth that's a little more respectable. He's not that big. I mean, he might not even be 2 pounds, but it's probably at least a 16-incher or so. All right, he was 16 1/4, so that's ½ an inch bigger than our next biggest largemouth of the day. I might throw him on the scale. I don't even know if he's gonna be 2 pounds, honestly. We'll see. Yeah, pound 14, so not even a 2-pounder. Couldn't break 2 pounds for a largemouth today, but it's not a bad one. Let that guy go. Almost at the takeout. Whoa. Sheesh. Dude. I just passed a gar that was easily, I think it had to have been over 4 feet long. It might have been like 5 feet long. That thing was huge. There's a bunch of mullet in this river. They jump like crazy. Those are some mullet. It's kind of hard to see from here. You can really see fish in these springs. I mean, this is on my camera without a, without sunglasses on or anything. Oh gosh, just hit my face in the world. Ugh. This guy came off that tree. It's pretty decent, actually.
You eating tonight, huh?
I'm just releasing them. All right, well, I'm gonna try to talk kind of loud because a lot more people showed up to camp and there's a lot more music blasting now, but I'll let that guy go. Ooh, wow, you can really see him down there. It's pretty cool. Fish. Ooh, this seems good. Seems good, dude. Can we end the day off on a good one? Oh, I can't tell how big he is. He might not be as big as I thought he was. Oh, it's a nice Swanny. Woo, wow. Dude, this is a absolute football of a Swanny bass. He might only be about 10 or 11 inches. Well, probably more like 11, but he was pulling a lot of drag. For a second, I thought I had like a big largemouth. I thought I was going to end the day on a big fish or whatever, but still, it's not a bad Swanny bass. All right, well, that's a nice Swanny bass. Could be the last fish of the day. I'll let him go. All right, well, it's about an hour or so later. I decided to drive into town for dinner. For this trip, I packed a lot of food, but mainly just breakfast and lunch food, so I kind of decided I'd probably just drive into town each night for dinner. But the fishing was super good today. I mean, I really think I'm going to end up making 3 different videos from today. So I caught like 36 fish, and just the way I caught, you know, some on the Chopo and Helgermut at the beginning, then a bunch on that crawfish lure, and then some more on the Chopo at the end. I think it just kind of transitions well into 3 videos. So that's probably what I'll end up doing, but I'm definitely pretty worn out after today. Tomorrow I'll probably get a little later start. Hopefully I'll get a little better sleep tonight, because I think I need it after how much paddling and fishing I did today. I think I ended up paddling about 4 miles upriver, so that'll definitely wear you out a little. But nonetheless, you know, no big fish today, but I caught so many. It was an awesome day of fishing, and I did break my PB Swanny bass, which was probably in my last Florida video I posted, not in this one. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button down below and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. But I'll catch you all on that next video. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, it's Aaron from Aaron's Outdoor, and today is my second day in Florida here at Jenny Springs along the Santa Fe River. And yesterday I fished a good 9 hours, paddled like 4 miles upriver and back down, and kind of wore myself out, so I slept in a little bit later today. And instead of doing the same thing today, I kind of want to fish some new water. So I scouted out a new part of the river on my phone before I came down here, and I think that's what I want to try today. It's a little bit more remote. I'm a little worried there's going to be more alligators. The main section I've done in the past right here near Jenny Springs, I've only ever seen one alligator. I think it just gets kayaked so much that there's not many alligators. So that's my one concern for this new spot, but I kind of want to try it out because I love exploring new areas, and I think it could still be some good fishing. So I'm going to go drive over there. I'm assuming there's Swanny bass there too, and largemouth. If we get another 14-inch Swanny bass, that'd be awesome. Get another certificate. I got 2 of those yesterday, which my past 2 trips down to Florida, I only got 1 per trip. So I'm doing better than my past couple years, but I don't know. We'll see, and hopefully we'll be on some fish. All right, I'm at the spot that I'm planning on fishing today, and I did mention earlier, you know, this is the Santa Fe River. It's the same river that I was fishing yesterday. There's a bunch of Swanny bass in here. The only reason I thought this part of the river might not have them is because it goes underground like a few hundred yards that way and then comes back up. Which is really weird. I mean, most rivers don't do that. So I just wasn't sure, but I'm pretty sure they're still up here. But apparently you're not supposed to kayak down that way. That's where the river goes underground. I guess it's kind of unsafe. I mean, that makes sense. I don't want to be like, you know, sucked underground or whatever. So that's kind of unfortunate because there's a few shoals right there before it goes underground. I thought that might be some good Swanny bass area. So I'm just gonna have to kayak upstream from here, which is mainly slower water without shoals. So may not be as good, but I still want to, you know, fish a new area and just see what we can come up with. All right, I'm finally on the water. It's about 10:30. It gets dark around 6. I don't know if I'll fish that long today or not, because I went pretty hard yesterday, paddled up, you know, like 4 miles. Today, I mean, I don't feel as good about this spot because I was really wanting to try that area with the shoals over there, but I think there's definitely fish in here, and we'll see if we can catch them. Oh, I had a fish. May or may not have been a bass, but definitely had a fish on there. Right off that rock. There's a nice little rock pile up ahead too. So that's why I threw the craw up in there. See if it'll bite again. Got him. Ooh, what is this? It's a bass. Okay, chill. Finally got a fish. All right, it's a little largemouth. So I say finally, it hasn't been that long, but I'm not feeling too great about this part of the river. I mean, if I just catch a few more small fish and it doesn't seem good, I may just go back to the other part of the Santa Fe. This has been like super shallow, and like there's one tiny shoal, but that shoal, like everywhere around it was like a foot or less. So I'm like, it's not the most ideal, but you know, if fishing starts to be really good here, maybe I'll stay. All right, we got the skunk out of the boat. I mean, I've only been out here for a little over 30 minutes, so that's not terrible, but you know, that other part of the Santa Fe I was on yesterday was on fire, so we'll stay here a little longer, you know, see what happens. There's one. Maybe a little better than the last one. Right off this rock pile. They both come right off rocks. Pretty sure it's a largemouth. Oh no, it's a Swanny, I think. Alright. Alright. Oh no, both of them have bit it a little deep. Okay, he's not too deep. But there we go, Swanny bass. So they are up here. I mean, I thought they'd probably be. I was just not totally sure because the river goes underground or whatever, but I'll take that. Well, it's not too bad of a Swanny. I mean, he's kind of small, probably about 10 inches. But this guy was right off a rock, and so was that largemouth. You know, there's not many rocks in this part of the river. So if I can find certain rock piles, maybe I'll stay here a little longer. But, you know, if I'm just going to catch tiny little bass like that at this spot, I think it's just more worth it to go to where I was fishing yesterday. There's another bite. Ooh, next cast, actually. It's another Swanny. Whoa. Oh my gosh. What is this? Oh, it's a Swanny. Oh no, dude, they're engulfing it. Like, every single one. I haven't hooked a single one on the lip yet. I guess they're biting it like super fast. They're really engulfing it. All right, tiny little guy there. Got one. This one seems bigger. Maybe not that much bigger, but seemed like a good spot. There's some nice current up here. I think some rocks too. Oh my gosh. They're engulfing this craw. I hope he's not gut hooked. Like, every single one has gotten like gut hooked. I kind of feel bad. I don't know what it is. They just are engulfing it here. But another Swanny. So we've actually got 3 Swanny and only 1 largemouth now, which I'd much rather catch these, you know, because I never catch Swanny bass. I can catch largemouth all the time. Another beautiful little Swanny. This one, actually, the hook came out pretty easy on this one, so that's good. He should be good to go. Oh, looks like there's another shoal up here too. Maybe I'll actually get into some better areas. Stay here longer. Oops, that's a fish. Another little one. Surely this one's not. Oh! What is this? Oh, it's just a red breast. For a second I thought it was I thought this was a spotted sunfish at first. I don't even know how this one got hooked, but he's hooked on the lip right there. A spotted sunfish. No, this has got to be a red breast. The spotted sunfish, you can get a little certificate if you get one that's 7 inches. I don't even know. This might be a 7-inch red breast, but they get bigger than those spotted sunfish. Well, it's another fish. I let this one bite it maybe too long again. Oh, he came off. I don't know what that was. Might have been a largemouth. This river is weird. It's so shallow right here. There'll be like no rock, then all of a sudden, look at all that. There's like a rocky shoal. All right, I think I'm gonna get ready to head back down. I could probably get up the river from here if I really wanted to, up through the middle there. But since the fishing really isn't that good here, I think I'm gonna go back to Jenny Springs. There's just not a lot of productive water. A lot of this river, or this area of the river, is really shallow. And I mean, I just don't think the potential of catching a big fish is anywhere near as likely as the other part of the river I was fishing. And I think I'll catch more at the other part of the river anyway. That's something. Sunfish is biting like crazy. Oh, do I have them still? Oh yeah, I do. Another sunfish. I'm not dying to catch these. rather be catching Swanny bass. That's like part of the river, like I feel like it just has a lot of sunfish and not like bass or something. I just don't know how there's not any fish over here. It's so shallow. I think like somewhere over there would be a fish. Oh, there's one. It's a largemouth, or I think it's a Swanny. I'm about to go down this shoal. Oh. All right, we got a tiny little Swanny. This one's kind of funky looking. His tail looks kind of extra small or something. But it's another fish. I finally got one at the top of that shoal. That shoal looked so good. It was just kind of shallow up there. So, you know, maybe there's only a few little guys. Be a fish under this tree. This tree looks too good. So, oh, that's a fish. Oop. Actually not bad. Don't shake it, don't shake it. It's a pretty good Swanny actually. Under this tree. I don't know if it's gonna be 14 or anything. We finally got a decent fish out of this spot. All right. Not a bad Swanny. It's probably at least like 12. Maybe 12 and change. All right, well there's a solid Swanny. He was 12 and a half inches. That's a good one, like a 14 incher, you get the award. So not bad, especially for this part of the river. It's smaller up here, and like I said, there's a lot of shallow water, so I think that's definitely a really solid one for this part of the river. But we'll let him go. He was right off that big tree. I casted there on the way up. You know, you'd think there'd be a fish there. It's such a big piece of structure. All right, it's currently 12:48, so I only fished here for like 2 hours. Still caught some fish, but they're mostly smaller, and I definitely don't think it's as good as, you know, the place I was fishing yesterday. So I think I'm gonna go back there, load my kayak back on the truck, and hopefully end out the day with a lot more fish. All right, it's about 2 o'clock now, so we still got almost 4 hours till dark, probably more like 3 hours and 45 minutes, but that's plenty of time to catch some fish. There's one. Little Swanny bass. Oh. All right, y'all can probably hear the music blasting. I only took about 15 minutes to get one, but there's a bunch of blasting music. I might even have to voice over this part. So I'm gonna try to paddle upriver past where all these people are tubing, but first one at this spot. Wow, well, I was not expecting this many people to be on the river. Maybe I should have stayed where it was earlier, but I think once I get past Jenny Springs, it'll clear up a little more. Oh, there's an alligator. This is the first gator I've seen this trip. This one's actually pretty close to Jenny Springs. All right, now I'm going to it. I don't want to go too close to it. It's pretty big. See, look, he's scared of me. That one. Oh my gosh. You keep coming off on this hugger, mate. Alright, I just missed a couple. Hopefully this one won't come off. Sometimes it's easier for the small ones to come off on the hugger, mate. Like compared to a Texas rig. I can't tell. I think it's a largemouth, maybe Swanny. Ooh. Alright, it's a Swanny. So here's my second fish of the day at this spot. I've missed a couple tiny largemouth, one of which I missed like 2 seconds ago, but there's a little guy. Nice little Swanny bass. Love catching these fish. It's definitely what makes the trip. Oh, do they have a tongue patch? It looks like they kind of do. I didn't know that, but I guess they do. All right, I'll let him go. We just got to this island and I've already missed a fish and now just caught that one. Oh, I got a fish. No way. On the bull shad. All right. Don't come off. He's not that big, but it gives me some confidence on this thing. All right. Oh, you're kidding me. Well, fishing hasn't been near as good as yesterday on this part of the river. So I was kind of like, you know what, screw it. I'm gonna throw this new bull shad I got on. And I actually caught a fish on it, even though it's kind of small. It's kind of crazy. This bass, maybe 12 inches, was trying to eat this big old 6-inch bait. I was definitely expecting a fish bigger than this, but hey, it's another fish. I'm honestly just glad I caught one on it, and it actually didn't take that long. It's about 4:20, so we have like an hour and a half till dark.
All right, well, I did not make an outro this day of fishing, probably because I was a little bit frustrated. You know, there's that saying that you shouldn't leave fish to find fish, which is kind of what I did this day of fishing. You know, I was catching fish at that other section of the river. Yeah, they weren't that big, but I thought I would have better luck at the part of the river that I had caught a ton of fish at the day before. But when I went back to that part of the river, there was just like a ton of people tubing, you know, blasting music. It wasn't even just the people on the tubes. Like, you know, there's people camping along the river that just have speakers and were like blasting music. So I think that definitely affected the fishing in that part of the river, which did make it harder. But nonetheless, overall, I think the fishing was worse there, because even when I got above all the music and all that craziness, the fishing wasn't very good either. You know, I only caught a couple fish up there. In total, I caught like 3 fish in close to 4 hours on that section of the river, where in about 2.5 hours on the other section that I was at the beginning of the day, I had caught like 8 fish. So obviously, looking back on it, I kind of wish I had just stayed at that one new section of the river, kept going upriver, kept exploring. You know, I think if it had gotten a little deeper up there, you know, there could have been some bigger fish. The part I was fishing was pretty shallow, but there's still fish there. So I should have stayed there, but y'all are gonna wanna stay tuned for my next video, day 3 of my trip in Florida. I kind of had a new game plan to just totally avoid the Jenny Springs area, the river, to avoid those tubers and whatnot. And I ended up catching a bunch of fish on the section of river I fish on day 3. So y'all are gonna wanna make sure to stay tuned for that next video. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button down below and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already, but I'll catch y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, it's Aaron from Aaron's Outdoor, and today is my 3rd day in Florida on the Santa Fe River, which is a really cool scenic river in North Florida with a bunch of crystal clear springs that flow into it. And it's got a rare species of fish called the Swanny bass, which is kind of looks like a smallmouth, and a trophy size is 14 inches. The world record's like 3.89 pounds, so they don't get very big. I caught a couple of trophies 2 days ago. I caught a 14.5 incher and a 15 incher. So one of my goals for today is to catch another trophy size. At least one that's, you know, 14 inches long would be awesome. Yesterday, I had a tougher day of fishing. I mean, 2 days ago, I killed it, caught over 30 bass. Yesterday was a little bit tougher, and this morning, it was a little bit cold. So I'm a little worried the fishing might not be as good today, but I'm going to get out there, try to catch some fish. Might need to switch some lures if needed, but I think we can definitely be on some fish today. So make sure to stay tuned.
There's one. Oh, wow. Got him in the boat. He's spazzing out. Hopefully I didn't hurt him by hitting him against the boat, but that's a good sign. Got one really fast. I totally smacked him against the boat. It's a tiny largemouth. Hopefully I didn't like kill him or anything. Little one to start off, but that definitely gives me some confidence. Uh-oh. Yeah, he might be a goner. It's unfortunate because he was so small, like when I hook set it, he got flung out of the water. Oh, there's one. Little guy. Ah, he came off. It was a tiny largemouth. That one was on the craw. I think it's just gonna be sunny today, no clouds. Could be a little tougher for fishing. Here's one. Not very big. Hopefully it'll actually stay on. It's another little largemouth. This one's on the craw. Man, I think for the most part, I mean, We're only 45 minutes in, actually. It feels like it's going to be tougher today. This is my second one I've caught. I also had that other one come off. This might be the biggest one. They've all been, you know, pretty small. They've all been largemouth, too. Haven't hooked into any Swanny bass yet. Oh, there's a little bass right there. Man, I should have cast it over there. Oh well. There's another one off this tree. Another little guy. I think it's a largemouth. Oh no, it's a Swanny. There we go, first Swanny of the day. It's a pretty little Swanny. This is actually about 25 minutes later. I just took like a little snack break, so I haven't casted at that tree in a while. Gave the fish a little time to, you know, not get scared of me, but take that little Swanny bass. Oh, something was biting it. Got him. Another little one. Ooh, best one of the day. Is it a Swanny? Ooh, it's a nice Swanny. Not too big, but maybe like a 12-incher. That's still solid for a Swanny. There we go. This area I think is pretty good for Swanny bass. Oh man, he's digging. Dude, any Swanny bass that's at least like 12 inches really will put up a good fight on a spinning rod. Ooh. Dude, that's actually really good for a Swanny. Not a trophy, but probably a 12-incher. All right, I put him on the board. He was just under 13 inches, so I think this is the fourth biggest one that I've caught on this trip. Yeah, it's not that big of a fish, but these guys fight super hard for their size, and they're definitely a fun little species to catch. Getting a little video of him in the net. I mean, the water's so clear. Even though I'm not in a spring, I'm sure you'll be able to see him well. I'm going to get an underwater release of him too. Oh. Whoa. We got him. Oh man. Another one right where I caught that Swanny. I don't know if he's a Swanny or a largemouth. It's a largemouth. Little largemouth. Alright, I'm feeling a little better about today now. Been out here a little over an hour and a half. Now I've caught 5. One nice Swanny and then some other small fish, but still catching fish. Whoa. No way, another one, next cast. It's another Swanny. Jeez. On 3 off this little tiny tree. Don't come off, don't come off. Alright. Yeah, that was back-to-back casts. Oh my gosh. Oh, now I'm probably spooking them. Alright, well that's a really good sign. Well, there's another little Swanny. This is probably about an average size, maybe around 10 inches. Take him. Wow. Wait, still got one. Accidentally nailed that boat. Oh, it's probably a largemouth under that dock. Oh, it might be a Swanny. Maybe, can't tell. Largemouth. Kind of makes sense. I don't know if Swannies relate to like a structure like that as much. Swannies definitely like current, and they like rocky areas, which right here is kind of rocky and with current. And I caught 3 at that little tree right down there. 3 bass, one of them was a largemouth. Oh, I had a fish. I think I had one pop off. No, I have him. There we go. Ooh, Swanny. Decent Swanny. Ooh. This is probably another 12, 13 incher. Oh. Please don't fall off. It's really quite fighters. This is right where I caught my PB a couple days ago. It's a good deep spot with some current. Oh, he's really trying to jump. I need to just get him in. He's gonna come off. Ooh. Yeah, that's not a bad one. Yeah, I don't know. He might be 12 or so. He ate it a bit deep. That's kind of weird. He kind of bit it and bit it again. But another nice Swanny. Oh, he got off. He kind of scared me. When I put my hand in the water, I was like, in my mind, I was thinking of a gator. And I was like, what if it comes and bites me? And then when he squirmed, I just let him go. Kind of startled me. You can't like think about that. Like there's hardly any alligators in here really. I saw one yesterday and that was it. But didn't put him on the board. He's probably about 12 or so. What are you fishing for?
I just got some spinner baits, rooster tails. Usually get a couple smallmouth, and I haven't fished yet. I usually head up and then float down.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Enjoy the day.
Thanks, you too.
I'm gonna start floating down.
Yeah. Yeah, I made the mistake of going like right in front of Jenny Springs yesterday. I mean, I swear there was like 100 people connected on tubes, just
Really, still?
blasting music.
Yeah, it's usually calm this time of year.
There's a fish. Is it good? It's pretty good. Oh, it's pretty good. I think it's a Swanny. No, maybe it's a largemouth. Maybe it's actually a decent. No, it's a Swanny. Ooh, it's a good Swanny. This bird is right here. Oh man, you don't want to be flipped up yet. Don't come off. Don't come off. Oh, it's a good Swanny. Let's use the net. Ooh, got him. I don't know if he's 14, but it's probably one of the biggest ones I've caught. Maybe he is. I think he might be a little under. Oh yeah, he's not 14, but it's probably maybe 13 and a quarter. He's not bad. Look at that. I think there's a piece of crawfish in his mouth. I don't know if y'all can see that on the right side of his mouth where the gills are. Kind of on like one of the middle gills. All right, he was right at 13 inches, so that's another good Swanny bass. Not quite a trophy. I'm hopeful we'll get a trophy today. I think we're definitely in a good area for it. Let this one go. 13 inches, that's another nice one. I don't know why my bail keeps coming undone. It's a Swanny right off those roots. That's kind of cool. Little Swanny. It's cool getting one right off those roots. You would think some fish would definitely hide under there. I think that's fish number 10 on the day. I've been out here 2.5 hours exactly, so definitely going well so far. Little guy. Oh man, dude, I got a terrible hook set on him. He felt real small, but I think he was running at me. And then when he turned, he felt a lot bigger. I don't think it was anything too big, but I think it was decent. There's one off that tree. Little Swanny. There's another little Swanny. I'm excited to cast at that structure right there. I caught 5 fish off that piece of structure a couple days ago. There's one. I finally got one off here. Little Swanny. I'm pretty sure every fish I caught off this piece of structure the other day was a Swanny. It's definitely a good area of the river to catch Swanny bass in. Another little average size one, around 10 inches maybe. I just realized I hadn't even separated the claws. And that one still bit it. Let's fish. Ooh, there we go. First cast separated the claws. Can't tell how big he is. It's definitely not bad. Uh-oh. I just saw him go under like a rock or something. What is that? Is it a rock or a stick or something? He might be stuck under there. I hope he's still on. I don't know if he's still on or not. Oh, he's still on. Good. Oh, he got himself in a clump of algae. It's a nice Swanny. Ooh, algae came off. Got the fish. Wow, he's a chunk. Man, that is such a thick Swanny bass. They're so tall for their size. He's probably around 12 inches. Maybe not even that. He's just so thick, an absolute football. This guy was 12 1/4 inches long, which is not that long, but he's so thick. I kind of want to see how much he weighs. Like, I feel like he's got to be over a pound. Pound 2 ounces. I mean, that's not crazy, but for a 12-inch bass to be over a pound is kind of crazy. All right, I'm gonna do another underwater release. Can't really tell how well y'all can see him here. This is by a bunch of grass. We'll see if he goes into the grass. Oh, he darted off. Fish. There we go. Little Swanny. Yep. Man, there's so many Swanny bass in this area. This is awesome. Like, if I'm gonna catch little bass, I'd definitely rather catch Swannies than largemouth. I mean, we have caught pretty much all Swannies today. Caught maybe like 2 or 3 largemouth. All right, another Swanny. I think that might be number 14 on the day. That is a fish. Ooh. Swanny? Another good Swanny. Nothing huge, but I think it's a Swanny. Ooh, man. Oh, a nice bass just went under me. If that was a Swanny, that was a 14-incher. All right, that one got hooked kind of bad, so I'm gonna have to release him fast. He did swim off though. There's one. It's not bad. Oh, it's probably a Swanny. Don't think he's 14, but probably another 12-ish incher. Oh, he's barely hooked. All right, not bad. Maybe another 12-incher, maybe. All right, that's another 12-incher. I tried to get a picture of him, but he's kind of flopping around too much. It's pretty shallow here, but there's current, there's grass and everything. I would think there's got to be some fish. Yeah, it's not crazy shallow. To the left where the current is, probably at least 2 or so feet. Oop. Yep, there's fish. Ooh. Oh man, he popped off. Wasn't that big, maybe a 12-incher though. Saw him down there. Oh, I swim. He bit it right there in front of me. Oh my gosh. This might even be a largemouth. It is. Man, I saw him bite in front of me. Maybe when there's this much current, they can't really see me as well. Tiny largemouth. There we go. Swim bit a couple times. Decent little Swanny, I think. Yep, Swanny. What are we on now? Is this 18? I think this is 18. It's at least 18. Dude, I love catching these Swannies. Yeah, this current area looks like a great spot. I mean, lost 2, caught 2 now. It's right on this current seam. Another, I don't know, 10-inch Swanny. There's one. Hopefully didn't get too deep. Another largemouth. They're tiny right here, but they're here. It's number 19. Ought to be a bigger one somewhere. All right, I might just go ahead and go upstream. There's some more current up here. I think this is a good area. I can probably catch a few more here on the way back. Man, this river feels so nice. The water here is right around 70 degrees. Feels awesome. The water temperature of this river stays pretty constant throughout the year. There's one. Oh man, tiny one. Man, this is the smallest one of the day. Another largemouth. Seems to be more largemouth around this shoal, kind of near the top. There's a lot of grass here. I know we caught a few last year on all this grass. The river's definitely lower though, so it's pretty shallow here. There's one. Little bass. Little largemouth. I'm almost to the spot that I'm going to turn around at today. I'm probably going to have to end up going back pretty fast because I don't know how much daylight we have left. It's probably close to 3 o'clock now. But there's another little bass. There's one right off that tree. This one's a Swanny. Man, we've caught so many just little bass, but it is really nice just being out here. It's real relaxing, catching a ton, so can't complain. I think it's number 22. All right, well, it is about 3:30. It gets dark around 5:50, so I've only got about 2 hours and 20 minutes till dark, so I think I got to turn around and start going back. I'm definitely gonna have to go a little bit faster than on my way up. But today's been awesome so far. Caught 22 fish, all pretty small, but nonetheless, it's a lot of fun. And we'll see if we can get some more. Maybe we'll still get that 14-inch Swanny bass. There's one. Hoping it swallowed it too bad. Didn't realize he had it for a while. Swanny? Yep, Swanny. All right, good. He's hooked in the lip. Pretty little Swanny, number 23. Yeah, we'll see if we can get to 30 today. It'll just be 7 more. We still got over 2 hours. Let him go. There's one. Ooh, seems a little better, maybe. It's a good little spot. It's pretty shallow. Ah, and then it just gets deep right there. Ooh. Ooh, another small largemouth. We've caught so many bass today, right around like 12 inches. Definitely some smaller too. This one might be, I think it's probably about 12, maybe 11. It's number 24. There's one. I remember catching one here last time. Little Swanny. Another roughly 10-inch fish. What is that? Yeah, 25? Yeah. There's one. I think the best hook set. Oh, little Swanny, number 26. He's got something wrong with his top fin. There's a couple like that yesterday that I caught. There's one. I said it wasn't the best cast. Still got one. Whoa. 27. I mean, man, so many of them are just real similar in size. You know, a little roughly 10-incher. Definitely an average size one. Probably for Swanny bass. Tiny one. Oh. Oh, wow. Tiny little Swanny bass. That gets us closer to 30. It's number 28. Tiny. Take a picture of this tiny little guy. There we go. Not a bad one. Ooh, is that a largemouth? Oh, I think it's a largemouth. This might be our biggest fish of the day, actually. He's not that big, but I might need a net for this. It's a decent largemouth. Stop, please don't come off. There we go, got him. I think it's a largemouth. He's not even that big, but he's a lot bigger than any other largemouth we caught today. Well, there's our longest fish of the day. He was like 15 1/4. Not very big for a largemouth really, but it's our best largemouth of the day by far. Pretty much all the largemouth we've caught have been tiny. I mean, pretty much all the fish we've caught have been pretty small, but we're definitely catching quite a few of them. This is number 29 on the day. All right, let him go. Oh, man, he jumped. I might have gotten it on that camera. Oh my gosh, what in the world? Are you kidding me? What just happened? I forgot I don't have this camera on right now. Are you kidding? This thing hit it. He's literally smaller than the lure. All right, well, I am back at the ramp, and man, what an awesome day. Caught a ton of fish. No big ones, but this trip was definitely awesome. This is my 3rd day in a row fishing the Santa Fe River. It's probably going to end up being like 5 or 6 videos, depending on how I divide it up, but an awesome trip. I am definitely worn out, though. After 3 long days of fishing, I am ready to go home. I think I'm going to go home tomorrow, though. I'll stay one last night at Jenny Springs, and hopefully no one is blasting music till midnight like they were the past couple of nights. So, I mean, that's an awesome place to go. It's only like $25 a night to camp, and there's like nice bathhouses and stuff you can take showers at, but there's a lot of rowdy people there that like to blast music, I'll say that. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button down below and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. But I'll catch y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching. All right, I had to get a video of this guy. Oh my gosh. This little squirrel really wants some food. I'm not gonna feed him any because if I do, he'll stay next to me all day. But I'm just making my sandwiches, getting ready for a day of fishing. Look how close he is to me. He's kind of fat. He must eat a lot of food from people. Well, whether you skip through that video a bunch or you watched the whole thing, I hope you enjoyed it. As you can tell, that is a pretty amazing river. And those were 3 trips for 3 years in a row. I think the first 2 trips were in like mid-December, and that 3rd trip was in mid-November. So hopefully I get to go there again this year for the 4th year in a row. It really is such an incredible river. And obviously there's some really good fishing there. I mean, I've never been there in the summer. You know, I'm thinking I actually have some free time. Like part of me after making this video wants to go down there right now in the warmer weather. I mean, I feel like the fishing would probably be insane in the warmer weather because I've really only gone there when it's, you know, in the colder months, just because up where I live in the colder months, like river fishing is basically dead. So I want to take a trip down there to the warmer weather where I can do some, you know, good river fishing like that. But like I said, I hope you all enjoyed the video. I think I may try to do a few other long videos like this just to see how people like them. And, you know, if they don't like them, then maybe I'll stop doing them. But anyway, thanks for watching. Catch y'all on the next video.